Welcome everyone to this edition of Looking at Louisville. I am Chaz.
And I'm Stacy.
And you know, over the past year, we've been bringing you all some great shows. And you know, we thought we would wind down a little bit and relax and bring you along with us. So we've decided to come to
wine country in Kentucky. You know, Kentucky's certainly famous for that brown liquor,
bourbon,
right? But a lot of people don't know that Kentucky actually had the very first commercial winery in 1798, and we were the first appellation, you know, before Oregon and before California.
Right.
It was Prohibition that brought things sort of to a screeching halt. But now Kentucky is I'm on a rebound with the wineries. We have over 50 now, and we're going to tour this one, which I've heard a lot of good things about.
And the Broad Run Winery is wonderful because they grow the grapes here, and
which makes it an estate winery.
And we're going to sample a lot of the wine. You know, the great thing about this is I've been hearing Stacy wine for so long that I'm really ready. I'm for a good Syrah or a Malbec instead of the Stacy wine.
We're going to go inside and meet the owners, Jerry and Marilyn Kushner, and taste some wine. You ready to get started?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's go.
Jacques is credited with the first commercial vineyard in the United States, practically. He grew a vineyard, as far as I know, both in Kentucky and Indiana, so both states take credit for him. Well, I started making wine in Kentucky in 1969 and 70. The recommended varieties are French hybrids. So we decided to go ahead and plant these vinifera and didn't know anything about it. We knew absolutely nothing. And we pride ourselves on the fine, dry dinner wines. Bluegrass grows on limestone embedded soils. And that indicates that we have a relatively high pH. And that's what European grapes want. The Labrusca, or the native to this part of the world, likes the low pH. That's why Concord and things like that grow well here. Most of Kentucky is ideally suitable to growing the finer grapes, or the noble grapes of Europe.
Now, what kind of wine is this?
Gewürztraminer. It's very easy
Well,
to say.
we don't use that kind of language.
This is no shy, mild, laid-back wine like, let's say, Chardonnay or Riesling. Riesling is like the fine, aristocratic lady in the chateau, and Gewürztraminer is like the local trollop. So,
Hey now, all right. My kind of wine.
so you get an idea of the personality of this wine.
We just learned the proper way to
Now,
enjoy the
yes.
wine. So let's see, I've got to take it
Yes,
and then
I
you got to
know.
breathe through your mouth. Let's see if I can do it. You got to.
You see what it is?
Yes.
You might want to show that.
Well, maybe after.
There we go. I didn't even spit it. He said I would spit it out.
Oh,
It's your turn.
I don't know.
No, you don't know about that? Let's see.
Did you try it the Jerry way?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't choke on it.
I got the air going down the wrong path.
Again,
Now
the
this is
Alsatians.
the wine that is used at the restaurant in Chicago.
Yes.
That's the one that's
Yeah.
Spiaggio's, correct?
Yes.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah. hmm
Wow. When I go to Chicago next time, I have to go there and say, I want the Kentucky wine.
Exactly.
And so, hallelujah, brothers and sisters, let's go for the Pinot.
95 or 96, in talking to some of the people, and we put, there's 6,000 clones of Pinot. And 3 clones were selected and recommended, and that's what we planted. We planted an acre of them. And this is what it is, and that makes the difference. The difference really is usually in
More
the
wine.
taste, and we
More
chew the
wine.
grapes.
Now, if you notice, I want Mark, turn the camera. I want you to start looking at all the bottles. Look at all the bottles being opened for us.
Well, you know, you're lucky. This is Friday. We open up Friday night. So we like to open up,
Let 'em
Friday
breathe.
night, and then we use it over the weekend. I hate to open things up on Sunday
Yep.
afternoon,
Yeah,
but
we're
it happens. So
really hitting them hard. We want to make sure we sample everything.
this is what I usually do with the Cabernets. I'll bring you out 2 Cabernets, but there is a difference aside from price. This one came directly from stainless steel. Everything starts in stainless. This one is exactly the same wine, but it's spent about 18 months in oak.
That'll
Okay?
taste like,
So this
that'll
is,
taste like the grape.
This is, you might say, a more natural wine because it hasn't been aged in oak. The only difference is that this spent 2 years approximately in oak barrels.
And now, what's that going to do for us? What difference? I know it's going to give us more of an oaky, a little bit more vanilla. Anything else?
It's going to give you different flavors, okay? It's
She
going to
didn't tell you
increase the
type of oak.
tannins.
Wine's like sex, no passion, no fun.
I agree. No, I'm with you because
But the other thing about it is that we use no chemicals in the winery. There's almost no halo. The halo is critical. What it does, it tells you how the wine's resolved. When the halo is about 1/4 of an inch, that's the time the wine's not going to get any better. That's the time it's at its peak. That's the time to drink it and enjoy it. We'll usually make anywhere between 2,000 to 5,000 gallons a year. That's all we want to make. So we select very carefully what we do.
Only the good stuff.
If it's not good, we don't want it. If we're not going to drink it, we don't sell it.
There you go.
It's not very businesslike, but that's how we do it.
That's right.
after such a great experience at Broad Run Vineyards, we had to go someplace to further the experience. So we came here to the Napa River Grill, which is here in Louisville, to enjoy a great wine restaurant and food. In fact, what did you have for lunch?
Well, we started off with two of their signature appetizers, the shrimp. It's served escargot style, really, and cheese and roasted garlic, shrimp scampi, and the calamari, which was great. And then I come here a lot. I've never had the hot brown here, and I'm always looking for who in Louisville has the best hot brown. And I can tell you, theirs was top drawer.
And I had a tuna salad, which was great. Mark, who's behind the camera, had a
Big
big
eater.
lasagna, and he had a big wedge salad.
Yeah, he did.
So, not only is Napa River a great place to come to for...
There's two other places that I think of in
for
Louisville when I
wine.
think of wine. I think of Jenica's, which is a wine bar
In East Market?
on East Market, close in downtown. And then right on the edge of downtown in the Clifton neighborhood is the L&N Wine Bar, also a fascinating wine place as well.
Well, we've learned so much by going out to the Broad Run Vineyard.
Weren't they cute?
I learned. I'm a big avid wine person, and we just sat there and kept shooting because we learned so much, and they're so passionate.
And it's a different place. It's not like when you go to Napa and there's small boutique wineries that I love. And then they've got the mega complexes that are real Disneyland, and it's not that. There's no tram ride or gondola.
Well, they spend their money on that, the wine.
Right. It's very homespun. It's very rustic, and just very real. They were just enjoying. I could have sat there all day and listened to their tales. They're just such a cute couple.
And right now we've got also a little map here.
Yeah, this is a product of the state tourism. This is the Kentucky Wine Trail.
In fact, you go to KentuckyWine.com.
Yes, it's a nice little Z card, and they give you a map and talk about the 34 wineries that are on this trail. There are about 50 in Kentucky now. It's a real interesting story. I think we referred to it earlier that Kentucky actually had the first commercial vineyard. Prohibition wiped that industry out, and just within the last, let's say, 10 to 15 years, the Kentucky wines are really becoming noted again. And so there's a nice trail that they've put around.
Well, we're glad that we were able to take you along with us on this journey. Now, if you have any questions about this podcast or you would like to participate, just send us an email, podcast@golouisville.com. And of course, if we use your email, we'll send you some swag.
Maybe a bottle of Broad Run wine.
You never know. Well, as always,
You're looking at Louisville.
see you real soon.